never-ending story card. Some of you could be dealing with like a soulmate or, a situation, but before I open my mouth, I want to see kind of what comes up here for you, Aries, if this is like a bad thing, a challenge, or a good thing. Let's see. I do feel like some of you could be ending something, or already have ended something with a person, and it is Mercury retrograde. So, what I would say here as well is I would be careful of anyone coming back from the past or this energy, but I'm not convinced that that's what's going on. You do have the Wheel of Fortune, though, and you have that never-ending story card. The Wheel of Fortune can represent kind of like a round-around situation or something where you keep repeating a cycle with a person, and so, I would definitely be careful of that. If there's a new person coming in for you and that you're ending a cycle is kind of the feeling I get here. You even have the Seven of Pentacles here, and the Seven of Pentacles is my card that says, is the juice worth the squeeze? This is showing up in the area of your current general energies in this Celtic cross, and I feel the Seven of Pentacles is saying that this eclipse could be triggering you to kind of, look at what's worth it and look at what's not worth it in your life. And, that kind of makes sense. We have 2 Libra eclipses this year as well. We just had one on the 25th of March. We're about to have another one at the closer to the end of the year as well. And so, it kind of makes sense that in between 2 Libra eclipses, everyone pretty much could be more, the energy is kind of like making us look at things in our life, like where we put our energy, what's worth it, what's not, and make decisions from there. So I feel a lot of you could be doing that with the Seven of Pentacles. I also feel like there is something about money here. You could be making changes with your finances, or you could be looking for ways to better your finances or to improve your finances, and I feel that would be a good thing as well. Your crossing energy is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, this could represent what hurts you or helps you, the crossing energy. I kind of feel a little bit of both here. I usually do, by the way. I kind of look at tarot as not set in stone, and it's not. It was never intended to be like, this is how it is, too bad. It's more like, hey, this is an energy that you can work with if you choose to. And the King of Pentacles is kind of like the card of convention. So on one hand, the King of Pentacles, what he has always done works, so in your proof, it's like those things work, but they're outdated. And, there could be new ways or better ways of doing pretty much everything that you want to do. And that's kind of like the time that we're in, I believe. 20% of the time, experiment with new things, new ideas, new experiences, pretty much anything new. And, again, I'm living proof that this works, not to brag, but absolutely to brag. I literally changed my life by doing this by just like 80% of the time, pretty much, in all my businesses, everything I do, I just do what works. And like 20% of the time, I try my crazy ideas. I would say that 99% of the ideas don't work, of course, but I would also say that the 1% that works pretty much blows everything else out of the water. So, that's what I would say here. It's like, yeah, like most of your ideas are not going to work. And yes, it sucks. And like, yes, there are moments where, I feel super discouraged and things like that. But I also know that when I have a win, it feels really good. And I also know that those wins really pay off. And, I kind of feel that's what the King of Pentacles is asking you to do. It's saying like, what, 80, if you're trying to grow your business or improve your love life or whatever you're trying to do, just like, 80% of the time, just keep doing what you're doing. 20% of the time, try something new, try something different. Next, in the area of your thoughts, you have the Moon. So, secrets, quiet thoughts, confused thoughts maybe, or feeling like you're in darkness or wondering if you're going in the right direction is more what I feel this is saying. This is part of the Fool's journey, the Moon. And there's these mountains in the background here. The Fool has to reach those mountains. And if he reaches those mountains, he will be successful. So I feel for a lot of you that it's kind of time for you to go on this journey of heading towards those mountains in the background there. Those mountains can represent an obstacle, but they also represent an achievement. And the Fool also understands that eventually the sun is going to come up, right? The moon doesn't stay up forever. So even if you're confused or not sure where you're going or whatever, if you're trying to accomplish something, I would keep pushing. By the way, I didn't really talk about this. You have the never-ending story card and the soulmates card. I do feel like there clearly could be a soulmate coming in because you have the lovers at the end. You also have the Page of Pentacles as well, which would be someone new. So I do feel that there could be a new person coming in for you, and I do not think I think you are ending the story. In your foundation, you have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is kind of like a change in your fortunes. I always say that I think that the Wheel of Fortune gets gassed up a little bit, right? I think that it's a very good card, but the Wheel of Fortune is our personal vision for our life, but it's more how we see it, how we see it from our perspective. And we can control our destiny with the Wheel of Fortune, but we have to control our destiny with the Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of like the Wheel of Fortune doesn't just happen, right? The wheel is always spinning. Most people just don't even try to control the wheel. It just like spins all over the place, and things just happen to those people. But the Wheel of Fortune is more about like trying to live your life on purpose, doing things so that you can take control of what you can control. With the Wheel of Fortune, it's pretty simple. We just double down on the good things that happen, and whenever we have any challenges, we take care of them quickly. We don't let them turn into something much worse, right? So that's what I would do here with the Wheel of Fortune. I also do feel that there are some mysteries, like things that you just don't know about maybe the future, about where you're heading in your life. And I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is just saying, learn. The Wheel of Fortune, this is Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo around the Wheel of Fortune, and they're all holding books. And so it basically just says, if there's something you don't know, just learn about it, right? In the area of the past, you have this lizard spirit. It says, dream the world into being. You have this chameleon spirit. It says, act as if. I feel like there's like a little bit of an energy of needing to exceed your own expectations. It's like there's a little bit of this energy of you needing to blow your own mind here, Aries. You needing to really surprise yourself. And that's what I feel like the reading is encouraging you to do. It's like saying, and I truly believe this as well. If there was ever a time where you could accomplish something that's like 100 times harder than what you think you're capable of, it's right now. Again, we have Neptune in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces. Neptune in Pisces is the big impossible dream. Saturn in Pisces says, well, I mean, if you put in the work, sure, you can have it. So, again, I encourage everyone to dream big at this time, because again, you could be accomplishing, great things with this energy, and it could be leading to a lot more success. So, that's what I would do there. The act as if card, I do like that card, but I'm not a believer in acting as if. I think that you can just become the thing you want to be. There is no need to, fake it till you make it. I don't like when people say fake it till you make it. Again, to me, I think there's a better way. We can, instead of faking it till we make it, we can adopt the habits of what we're trying to become. We can surround ourselves with the energy of what we are trying to become by, learning about it, educating ourselves about it. Surrounding ourselves with people who bring that whatever type of energy we're looking for into our lives. Like, there's so many things we can do, and I feel that chameleon spirit is saying basically do that. You have the Two of Wands. This is going to require you to leave a comfort zone. So I do feel it's time for fire signs to leave comfort zones. If I were a fire sign, that's all I would be focusing on. Even if I wasn't, I would be focusing on doing, challenging yourself and doing things that you've never done before, because that's where the true growth is going to come from. He's holding the whole world in his hands there. And again, you have that card, the other lizard spirit, that says dream the world into being. So again, if you can dream it, you can have it. You have the whole world in your hands. It's pretty simple. Next, in the area of the very near future, you have the King of Wands. Love it. This is you showing up in a very strong position. Whenever you show up as yourself, this puts you in a position of power and strength. It really allows you to get what you want from the reading. So I feel that there is a lot of success and growth coming in for you. There's also a lizard right here. It's actually meant to be a salamander. Salamanders in the tarot, they represent protection from fire. Basically, the mythology of the salamander is that they can walk through fire and not get burned. And so I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like time for you to put yourself out there, take bigger risks. Again, to me, the salamander's on his cloak on right here as well. They kind of just say that it's time for you to take bigger risks because you won't get burned, because you can't, basically. And so don't be afraid to be bold and assertive. But again, it's also awesome that you're showing up as yourself here, because whenever you show up as yourself, this puts you in a position of power and strength. It really allows you to get what you want from the reading. Next, you have this Earth Magic card and this Wish Upon a Star card. I do feel like you are going to be receiving a big wish here, something that you've been wishing for, or you could be grounding something in reality. Again, you have this Earth Magic card. The whole entire reading really does say that it's time for you to dream big and bring something down to earth. It's time for you to take control of your destiny. And I kind of feel like that you could be manifesting a destiny, or you could be living more something that is your destiny in your life. I can never say that word. I was born, Aries, I was born with a fat tongue, and let me tell you something. There are just some words for whatever reason I cannot say. But again, what I would say here is that I feel for a lot of you that the Earth Magic card is saying you're bringing your destiny down to earth. You have the Page of Pentacles coming up in the next few months, so definitely could be new love coming in for you if you want it. It could be an earth sign or someone who has a lot of earth in their chart. I kind of feel travel here as well. I'll tell you what, if you are traveling or moving or anything like that. You could be meeting this person through travel or through moving. It doesn't have to be. The Page of Pentacles could also just say that there's going to be communication. So, it could just say that, you start, and even on the bottom of the clarifying deck, you have the Eight of Wands there. So, there could just be communication with a new person. Page of Pentacles to me is definitely someone new. I also feel definitely there are big changes going on in your work or in the way that you work. I would keep doing whatever you're doing. It's like literally, I know that's kind of like a lame message, whatever, but it's literally popping into my head that I think you're trying a lot of things. I do feel some things are working, some things are not working, as far as work in business is concerned. Even if you're retired, you could be thinking about developing a new daily routine or spending more time with people you care about or whatever the case may be. I feel like some things are working and some things aren't. I feel like the Page of Pentacles is saying there's just like a little bit of an education gap or knowledge gap here. I literally feel you can find all the answers for free for the most part. It's like you can basically learn everything on YouTube, right? So I would say with this Page of Pentacles that if there are gaps or if you're not sure how to make something successful, like let's say you're working on a new project in your business or let's say you've seen something that's been successful for someone else and you're trying it, but it's not quite as successful. I feel like this is just saying just the tiniest little bit of education will make all the difference. So, don't be afraid to learn new things, read books, study, all that other good stuff. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Temperance card. I feel pretty good about this. I kind of feel this feeling of things simmering down. If you have had some challenges in your close relationships, like family, friends, things like that, I feel like things are kind of calming down here. Actually, I really don't feel anything here. It's kind of weird. I just feel it's just saying things are calming down. That's literally all I get off of the Temperance card. It's almost like things are smoothing out. If there have been any issues with people that you care about or anything like that, it's like you're overcoming any challenges with people. I don't know. It's a good thing. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Four of Swords, you need a nap. I feel like you might need a nap. You could be really energetic. You could be feeling, especially the entire month of April, I feel like you could really be running at full speed, and then maybe in the month of May, you are needing a little bit of a break, or maybe you're just needing some time to rest, relax, recover, or heal, or whatever the case may be. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on here with the Four of Swords, is you could be taking a step back or just kind of taking those moments to heal. I kind of feel that's all you really need as well, Aries. I actually don't see you slowing down very much this year, but what I do see is more, there might just be maybe you take a day off, or you just take little moments wherever you can to rest, relax, recover. And of course, that would be a good idea. For your outcome here, you have the Lovers. So there clearly could be new love coming in for you. Could be a Gemini or a person with Gemini on their chart for sure. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. The Lovers is, of course, a perfect match. I kind of feel this is something that you've been wishing for as well. I don't feel that it's very specific, which I actually feel is a good thing as well. I always tell people that we can't wish for a certain person, I always tell people that we have to go more general with what we're, if we're trying to manifest love. We should be more focused, more maybe on the traits of what a person, the type of person that we want in our life. Again, it never works if you're trying to manifest a specific person. And usually if you're trying to manifest a specific person, the image that you have painted in your head about that person is usually way off from what the person is actually like. So I think it's better to say, universe, I will take a person who is X, Y, Z, or better. I always encourage people to add the words or better to whatever they're trying to manifest. But again, I kind of feel that you have been very general in a good way. And, it's like you're attracting a person who is like what you want. You have this Deep Diver card. It says diving into a task. You have this Patience card. I feel like you have been patient, or, you have been very patient in the way that you manifest things in your life. You have the Temperance card as well. I also feel like your patience is paying off, especially if this has to do with people in your life. This Deep Diver card, I feel it's saying, I say this a lot to you, Aries, but or maybe I've only said it once, but I get this energy of Aries has, sent their particles out all over the universe. And I think now is the time where all those particles are kind of coming back. It's like everything that you've explored and experienced and learned, it's all coming back to center. And I feel like this Deep Dive card is saying it's time for that 110% commitment. It's like you've learned everything you can up until this point, right? There's always more to learn. That's not what I'm saying. But, it's like you've learned about your life and what you want to manifest right now. And so I feel now is a time to dive deep and go, all in on something. And that's what I kind of feel you're doing here with that Deep Dive card. And this is going to bring you closer to your destiny. And again, remember, your destiny, where you could dream your destiny into being, it would be right now. With the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Swords here. I do feel like there could be an air sign coming in for you, but I also feel this is you seeing things very clearly. Again, with that Moon card, it says that maybe you've been in a little bit of a moon period where things have not been exactly clear, or you haven't been sure like what direction your life is going in or whatever. And now I feel like you're getting more clear. With that Moon card, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, a card of conviction. It says when you know that something is for you, then it is for you. So it's really about believing something so deeply that you make it happen, basically. So, the deeper you believe something with the Seven of Wands, the better. And so if you can just deep down inside believe that you can accomplish something, then you will. The moon can also be a big impossible dream. It can be, I always say that really the moon says you can manifest something down on earth. You can bring something down to earth if you put in the work to do it especially with the Seven of Wands. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, you have so much potential. It's not even funny. Really, the Ace of Pentacles is one of the cards of potential. I kind of look at it as a garden. There are these flowers right here and right here. And, the Ace of Pentacles says if you water, fertilize, feed, give sunlight to the things that you care about, they will grow. And the Ace of Pentacles is like a big opportunity for you to grow in your destiny, as I said, with the Wheel of Fortune. With the Two of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles. It's like you're finally getting the recognition you deserve. I feel like you're finally getting the things that you want, but maybe in different ways is kind of what's popping into my head here, Aries. It's like, let's say that you have always wanted to be on TV, for example, right? It's like maybe now you have a YouTube channel. It's like that's what's popping into my head. And maybe that's true for one of you, or some of you. But again, take it how it resonates. I think that there are these dreams that you have, there are like things that you want, and maybe you don't have exactly what you want, but I actually feel what you are manifesting is better. It's like, YouTube is better than TV. I have no one to answer to except for my own lazy ass, right? If I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I don't want to do videos, then, basically I'm only punishing myself at that point, right? So again, I think that you're getting into something that's just better all the way around than what you actually wanted, which is good. With the King of Wands, you have the Devil. I would encourage you to end any negative cycles. I think it's a great time to bury the hatchet with people as well. So if there's any issues or challenges that you've had with people, it doesn't have to be totally toxic or anything like that. But what I would say is if you have any issues, it could be a good time to close out those cycles. Some of you could be closing out a toxic cycle as well, just in general. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Strength card. Yeah, I feel you've been very patient. Again, you have this, and this Patience card. You've been working very hard and waiting for results. The Strength card also suggests that people are going to start to see your strength. Like, people are going to start to see how strong you have been and how long this journey has been as well. With the Temperance card, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you have the King and Queen of Pentacles here. I do feel there's like a new divine counterpart. It could be a Capricorn, that's coming in for you here. But I do feel there could be a new divine counterpart, something that you've been really waiting for with that Temperance card. I also feel like saying that you're really going to be happy that you made the choices you did. I have no freaking clue what that even means. Take it how it resonates, Aries. But I think that maybe you've done things that most people don't do, or maybe you feel like let me put it this way. I feel like there have been moments where you chose to be responsible, basically. And this could be in any area of your life. It's kind of a weird message that I'm getting, but, I feel like sometimes, like I've heard this before. I don't know how to say this, right? But, so bear with me. But, I kind of feel like sometimes people think like there's no use being a good person because, good people, really nothing good happens to them, right? I'm sure you all know really good people where they really, maybe they don't get the rewards in life or whatever, right? So it's like sometimes, I'm not saying that you would do this, but I'm just saying, that maybe you have also seen people where they're like, there's no use in really being a good person because it doesn't get you anything. But I feel like there are moments where like you chose to be good or responsible, and it's almost like you are getting the rewards for choosing that. With the Four of Swords, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success. I also feel like you could be manifesting communication from a person. So, like I said, if you want love, this is definitely a good love reading. With the Lovers, you have the Four of Cups. I don't know. I feel like this could be the one. There you go. This right here says you've been disappointed in love, but there's like one last cup that he is manifesting. And so I feel that you are like manifesting one last cup and, and manifesting it into your life. And I feel like that's what's going on here with the Four of Cups. So Yeah, that looks really, really good here, Aries. Let's see. We're going to pull 5 main themes, and we're going to wrap this up. But this is definitely one of the better readings I've done, by the way. So this has been a little bit of a sketchy eclipse, right? You have this speculation card. I feel like maybe you're wondering if someone's interested in you or vice versa. And I think the answer is yes, plain and simple. Or you're wondering if someone would be interested in you. And I feel like the answer is yes. You know, if something is blessed in your life, you have this exaltation card. This kind of says like the universe is blessing something in your life, meaning the universe is giving its blessing and like saying, yes, this is for you. So I do feel for some of you, this could be love. It could be a blessed connection. If it's not love, it's something you're working on. Let's see. Next, you have the secrets card. I would be careful of secrets with that moon card. I would be careful of a person who has secrets as well with that moon card. So, you know, there you go. You have this restlessness card. I would take your energy, your restless energy, and channel it into something. Like if you're working on any big projects or businesses or whatever, like try to channel your energy into like something. And finally, you have this extremism card. I would be careful of people who are extreme. You know, I would be careful of people who, you know, are all the way one way or the other, or, you know, have like crazy beliefs or whatever. I would be careful of anyone that's trying to force you to do anything as well. But this reading looks really, really good. I think it's all about your destiny, basically. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your eclipse.